Hi, my name is Patrick Reagan. Welcome to the software videos where we discuss common applications needed for any IT and non-IT user, including browsers and client emails such as Outlook, and how to troubleshoot common software problems. In Part 8, Common Mobile Software and Security Issues, we focus on how to troubleshoot problems with software running on mobile devices and discuss common security issues. While most of these slides are just lists of things to check for certain problems that you may experience as a technician, which I know is a little boring, they should get you thinking of what are the possible causes of a particular problem. When taking the exam, you should be able to relate that the cause that they have displayed as the possible answer is the right answer. For those who are going to take the A+ exam, there are practice questions at the end of the video. If you have not already, subscribe to the Pat Has Your Back channel. Since mobile phones are essentially computers, many of the concepts in troubleshooting computers can be used in troubleshooting mobile software issues. If you have problems with the applications, including apps not loading, slow app performance, or unexpected application behavior, you should, when in doubt, reboot. This is typically done by holding the power button and powering off the mobile device, and then turn the device back on. You can also try restarting the application. For iPhones, double-click Home, slide up, and slide App up. For Android, click Settings/Apps, select App, and click Force Stop. If you are still having problems, try updating the application. Lastly, uninstall the app and then reinstall. If you have problems with the applications, including apps not loading, slow app performance, app fails to close, or the application crashes, you should, when in doubt, reboot. This is typically done by holding the power button and power off the mobile device and then turn the device back on. Try to clear the application cache. For iPhones, open App Settings, select General, scroll to the correct app, select the app, and look for a Clear Cache, Clear Data, or Clear Storage option. For Androids, open the Settings app, scroll down and select Apps or Applications, find the app you want to clear and tap on it, select Storage and tap Clear Cache. If you need to preserve the data, try to stay away from the Clear Data or Clear Storage options. If you are still having problems, try updating the application. Lastly, uninstall the app and then reinstall. If an app fails to update to a new version, try restarting the device. Check the store to manually upgrade the app. Check for free storage space. Keep in mind that some apps may not update until a valid method of payment is on file. Uninstall the application and reinstall the application. It is important to keep your phone up to date, which will introduce new features, fix bugs, and address security issues. If the operating system fails to update, you should make sure you have enough free space on the device. Try removing unused documents and apps. Make sure you have enough bandwidth. Try connecting to Wi-Fi. Try a different network connection. When in doubt, reboot. Try another time as the update server may not be accessible. If you have bad reception, your phone tries to work harder to be connected, which causes the battery to be used more. However, you can try disabling unnecessary features such as 802.11 wireless, Bluetooth, and GPS. You may have an aging battery that needs replacement. Batteries have a limited number of recharges. Newer phones typically do better with power. Check applications battery usage. For iOS and Android, you can click Settings, Battery. If your mobile device randomly reboots, try updating the operating system and apps. Then check your battery health. If you still cannot determine the problem, try contacting technical support for options and how to view the crash logs on the device. If you cannot connect to a network, make sure your mobile device is not in airplane mode. If you have intermittent connectivity issues, you need to look at your location. If you connect via Wi-Fi, look for obstructions, try to get close to the access point, or try a different access point. If you have no Wi-Fi connectivity, Make sure Wi-Fi is enabled on the mobile device and make sure you have the correct SSID and passkey. Try rebooting the mobile device and try rebooting the Wi-Fi access point. You should perform a malware scan and consider removing any unnecessary apps. If you're having problems with Bluetooth, you should make sure Bluetooth is enabled for the mobile device and you have the device paired correctly. Make sure you are close enough. Then try rebooting the mobile device and try rebooting the Bluetooth device. Make sure you're not in airplane mode. If you're having problems with NFC, you also need to make sure NFC is enabled. Then try rebooting the device. If AirDrop is not working, make sure you're close enough. Make sure Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are enabled and you're not in airplane mode. Check AirDrop discovery options and make sure Allow Me to the Discovered By option is enabled. If your device does not auto-rotate when you turn the device, you should make sure rotation is not disabled. Then restart the app. Try rebooting the device, and if the problem still persists, contact device support where you may have a sensor or accelerometer issue. Just like personal computers, you can have security issues with the operating system and mobile apps on mobile devices. Make sure that you acquire your package from an official device app store or from a trusted, reputable source. Don't install APK files from an untrusted source. While iOS apps are vended by Apple, Android apps can be downloaded from Google Play or sideloaded. Slide-loading apps is where the problems can occur where you download and install APK apps. Developer mode on mobile devices refers to a set of options and settings that are typically hidden from regular users and are intended for developers and advanced users who want to customize or debug their devices. Enabling developer mode grants users access to the additional features and tools that are not available in the standard user interface. These features are primarily aimed at developers who are building and testing applications for the mobile platform. Enabling developer mode usually involves accessing a specific menu or settings screen on the device and toggling a switch or option to activate it. Once developer mode is enabled, users gain access to various developer-oriented features including USB debugging, developer options, advanced debugging tools, root access, and hardware testing. To enable developer mode on iOS, you should install Xcode from the Mac App Store. To enable developer mode on Androids, you would enable from Settings, About Phone, and tap the build number 7 times. Jailbreaking a mobile phone such as iPhone or iPad running iOS or an Android smartphone refers to the process of removing software restrictions imposed by the device manufacturers or operating system. When a device is jailbroken or configured with root access, users gain privileged access to the device's operating system, allowing them to bypass limitations imposed by the manufacturer and install unauthorized or unofficial software, applications, and modifications. Besides removal of the restrictions, you can install unauthorized software, customize and personalize the device to a greater extent, and have access as a root/admin. Unfortunately, jailbreaking can introduce security vulnerabilities and expose the device to potential security threats such as malware, spyware, and unauthorized access, and more susceptible to exploitations by malicious actors. Jailbreaking of a mobile device typically voids the manufacturer's warranty and may result in the device being ineligible for official support or software updates. You can use Mobile Device Management or MDM solution to prevent jailbroke device access to corporate resources. If you have sluggish response time and suspect security problems, you can try rebooting your device. Check for OS and app updates, close apps that's not in use, uninstall any apps not needed, and run a malware scan. And consider performing a factory reset. If you get high network traffic that was not expected, including receiving data usage limit notifications, may indicate installed malware. Rebooting your device, check for OS and app updates, close apps that are not in use, uninstall any apps not needed. Use built-in data use reports or trusted third-party reporting apps to identify which apps are using the most bandwidth. Run a malware scan, and then consider performing a factory reset. Keep in mind that while an app from an official store is a trusted application, on occasion, some spoofed or malicious applications have slipped and published in the store. In 2021, Google removed 150 apps from the store, which included photo editing, camera filters, games, QR code scanners, and one application tried to subscribe users to $40 per month SMS service. Spoofed and malicious applications that do not come through a store are more common. In either case, you should always check the source of the download, if it is signed by a reputable company and it is a legitimate app. You should also note that app permissions and control that the application is asking for match the type of application you're trying to install. For example, if you're downloading a meeting organizer, probably is not going to need access to your camera or microphones. Malware is known for showing a high number of ads. In some cases, revenue generated is based on each view and/or click. If you suspect malware, you should run anti-malware utility. You should also review your app and remove any apps that you don't need or cannot verify. Be wary of ad blocking software, as some may actually be malware or at least adware that increases the number of ads. Similar to computers, mobile phones can get fake security warnings where the warning states that you have to install some application to remove the malware, or you have to call a number for technical support. You do not want to call the number and should not install any software. Any software installed will steal credit card details, stored passwords, browsing history, and text messages. Instead, run your own anti-malware tool. You should also review your apps and remove any apps that you don't need or cannot verify. If you have leaked personal files from mobile phone or from computer, you need to take a step back and think where you had your personal files and how they could have been acquired. Check for unauthorized account access and unauthorized root access. You should do a little research if any services have been compromised. You should also review your apps and remove any apps that you don't need or cannot verify. You should run an anti-malware scan. You should change your passwords to any related services, and you should change your Apple or Android password and your drive storage passwords. Question: your phone has become sluggish. You then discover several malicious apps, which you uninstall and you reset the phone. After you install MDM software, what can you use to prevent this from happening in the future? Choose two answers. Answer: prevent a jailbreak or device root and block third-party installation. Question: you have a mobile screen that will not auto-rotate, although you've verified that auto-rotate is enabled. Which of the following would the technician need to replace? Answer: accelerometer. You have a mobile phone that will no longer update. After you reboot, what is the next thing you should check? Answer: check your free storage space. Question: you have a mobile device that is slow and has reached the maximum for the data plan. You find a third-party app that was recently installed. What should you do? Answer: remove the GPS app. Question: you have a mobile phone that has an application that you use regularly. However, this app freezes often. What should you check? Answer: check for app updates. For more information, visit these sites. In summary, since mobile phones are essentially computers, many of the concepts in troubleshooting computers can be used in troubleshooting mobile software issues. It is important to keep your phone up to date, which will introduce new features, fix bugs, and address security issues. Just like personal computers, you can have security issues with the operating system and mobile apps. Jailbreaking a mobile device such as iPhone or iPad running iOS or an Android smartphone refers to the process of removing software restrictions imposed by the device manufacturer or operating system. When a device is jailbroken or configured with root access, users gain privileged access to the device's operating system, allowing them to bypass limitations imposed by the manufacturer and install unauthorized or unofficial software, applications, and modifications. Similar to computers, mobile phones can get fake security warnings where the warning states that you have to install some application or remove the malware or have to call a number for technical support. You do not want to call the number and you should not install any software. Thank you for watching this video. The next video will be Software Part 9 ODBC Connectors. If you have not already, don't forget to subscribe to the Pat Hatcher Back channel. Thank you.